welcome to Viking Preparedness. I'm Pastor Joe Fox. So we're going to talk about the Illuminati a little bit, Bohemian Grove, the powers that be, the Council of 300, the shadow governments of the world, the people who are really making things happen, the sheep, you, and what we can all should do about it. All right, so stay tuned for that. Intro! Hey, we're back. I was recently talking with someone, and they brought up some ideas that kind of spurred this video. And one of the ideas was that maybe we are all being played. If you think Hillary is the evil witch, which she is, and Trump, you want him to win, but you think Hillary's going to cheat, well, maybe the powers that be are going to change it so at the last minute Trump actually does win. And it's like the double whammy because that was their plan all along. Right? This person said there's a lot of negative energy flowing around right now, and they're kind of sensitive to that. And so my kind of off-the-cuff response to both of those remarks is, you think the powers that be, whether that be the Illuminati, the shadow government, Bohemian Grove, white dudes in suits, whoever, you think they got their finger in things? You think they have a plan? Is their plan going to work? I don't know. I tend to lean to the side that Trump is not part of their plan, and that one way or another, he is not going to make it to the presidency. I already voted. I don't know why they let me vote early, but I did. Vote early, vote often. And of course I voted for Trump. You only have two real choices. And of those two, there's only one choice that's good for America and good for you, and that's Trump. So if you got to hold your nose and vote, do it. I didn't have to hold my nose. I just voted for him. Pow. But will the Illuminati, will George Soros and company allow my vote to be counted? Who knows? Who knows? And we're kind of going somewhere with that. This person was talking to me about, what's going on with India and Pakistan and China and Russia and Syria and possible nuke war and da-da-da. Yeah. And then add in weather and, coronal mass ejection, EMP, all that stuff. It's like everything's lining up for, who is it, Ed Dames? The kill shot, right? Yeah. And then this person said, what do you think? So that's what y'all pay me for, right? To tell you what I think. So here's what I think. I think it doesn't matter what the Illuminati's going to do. I think it doesn't matter what the powers that be have in store. I think it doesn't matter if the sun ejects or not, or EMP ejects or not, or Russia nukes us or not, or we nuke Russia, or China, Iran, terrorist, ISIS, the boogeyman, the best enemy money can buy. At the end of the day, none of that matters to you. Not the whys and the wherefores and the ifs of it. What matters is what is and how that affects you. If the lights go out, does it really matter if it was the Russians, rogue terrorist, or Obama Clinton that turned them out? Does it matter? Because the effect is you got no lights. If we go to war with Russia and things get out of control, because I think Hillary et al. Think they can fight a limited war with Russia, and Russia's got a different plan. You got to make sure with your military plans that you brief the enemy on them so they follow it too, because usually they don't, right? And so I think that could go ugly early and go ugly bad. But again, at the end of the day, when nukes start falling, if they do, and New York disappears and all the merchants of the earth stand afar off and weep, does it matter who started it? Nope. What matters is the effects on you and yours. And here's the big thing, and I've said it before on here, that should set your mind at ease. Because, see, there's a lot of people out there that are worrying, right? They're worrying. They're losing sleep. Is Hillary going to do this? Is Trump going to do that? Is Russia going to do this? Is Syria going to do that? Is the CIA going to do this? Is the Illuminati behind this? Those are all useless thoughts because you can do nothing to affect the plans of those entities. You got no power. You can do nothing to affect them. The only thing you can do is deal with what happens. That's all you can do. So worrying about the whys and wherefores doesn't matter. Being aware of what may come down the pike, that's smart because that allows you to tailor your preparations. But beyond that, too much worrying about that is wasted energy when you could be thinking about, what am I going to do about food in February? So the solution to all that, the solution to worry, the solution to angst, and there's going to be more of it coming. People are going to start going a little bit crazy. When this election goes off, half the country's going to be ticked off, right? And we ain't getting along. I mean, that's clear. Go back and look at my video on what I'll do if Hillary's elected and read the comments of the godless communists who post on there. Oh my God. Those people, I have nothing in common with them. They have nothing in common with me. There is no middle ground. So where's that go? What you can do for you and yours is prepare. Prepare. You need to do it. It's a biblical concept. I've talked about it before. I get so sad, tired, disgusted with those people who write comments and say, well, I can't do anything. I have no money. If nuclear war's coming, I can't do anything. I have no money. I guess I'll die. Well, you're an idiot. Oh, a pastor shouldn't call people an idiot. You're an idiot because you don't listen. I told you, download Nuclear War Survival Skills for free, no money, and read it. And oh, if you have an education level enough to allow you to read that, you'll realize, wow, there's a whole lot I can do. I'm not going to spell it out for you. If you don't have the intestinal fortitude, the personal wherewithal to go download a free document and read it, you're not going to make it anyway. Even if I did tell you what to do, you wouldn't make it. So I would be wasting my breath on you. Go get that document. Nuclear War Survival Skills by Crescent Kearney. Google is your friend. You can find it. What's the link? I love people who ask for the link for something. Why don't you type in what you're looking for in Google and find it instead of what's the link? See, I get angry because I care. And I get frustrated with people because, yes, even those liberals who hate God, I still care about them. And I don't want to see them needlessly suffer, but they're going to. Prepare. If you don't have a clue what to do, if you're brand new to this, hey, shameless plug, buy my book, Survivalist Family, Prepared Americans for a Strong America. You can get it at Barnes & Noble. Go to Barnes & Noble and type in Survivalist Family. You'll find it. It's a great book on basic intermediate preparedness. If you're already beyond that, if you're already through basic intermediate preparedness, don't sit on your laurels. Do something every day. You know, start thinking about where you're going to build that shelter in the last 72 hours. Start stocking up more food. If you don't eat it, you can probably share it with somebody who needs it and deserves it. Do what you can where you are with what you got. Take positive action. You've heard me say before that when I would get nervous at world situations, when I had a job in a real house, I live in a slightly different environment now with significantly less disposable income. But when I did, and I got nervous, I would go to the grocery store and buy a cart full of Progresso soup. Why? Because the way I looked at it, a can of Progresso soup is a meal in a can. And if you make some rice or pasta or beans or something, a big pot of that, and then spread one can over top of that, stir it up, you can feed 3 or 4 people. Right? And so I would look at this pyramid of cans I would build, and I would go, okay, that's food for this much time. I already have food supplies. That was just more. And then because I had 3 hungry, starving college students, whenever they'd come home, they would like swipe my cans to ensure that I properly rotated my stock. Right? Hey, I bought it for them anyway. Hey, instead of worrying, bottom line at the bottom where it belongs. Instead of worrying, take action. Take positive action. Don't go, I can't do anything, because you can. You can always do something. If you're homeless, you can do things to ensure your survival. Homeless people are actually pretty smart in that regard, in a lot of ways. Start thinking, start planning, start what-ifing, start taking steps every day, and keep your nose to the wind and your eyes alert, because stuff is fixing to go down. All right, I'll see you out there. I hope.